So what does 2022 have in store? We're going to look at the astrology and the numerology today because there's such a beautiful divine synchronicity between those two. It's really amazing. Hello, I'm Carrie Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach with your 2022 forecast. And I know everyone wants this to be an easy year. We do have 3 epic, once-in-a-lifetime astrological events. Yet there's also so much beauty and love and just delightful energy coming through as well. So let's take a look at the numerology first. So 2022 in numerology is a 6 universal year. Now 6 is the number of beauty and love and relationships and harmony. Now, just because that is what that number is about, it doesn't mean that we inherently have that. It means that that's what we are all striving for. That's what the lessons are about the year, is finding more beauty, finding more love. Now, 6 is very much associated with the heart and the heart chakra. So this is a year where you have a lot of big decisions, major decisions. Now, the first thing to remember about that is to really listen to your heart when you're making these decisions. It's all teaching you. Everything that's happening in the universe this year is about teaching you to listen to your heart, to bring more beauty and love and harmony into your life. So that's what we're all really seeking right now. Again, that doesn't mean you're inherently going to have it, because when the 6 is present, there's typically more responsibilities, specifically in your home life. If you look at the sacred geometry of the number 6, there's that round bottom that has to do with nourishing and nurturing. It's also pregnancy. So there's probably going to be a baby boom this year. There's usually a lot of pregnancy when the 6 is activated. So there's most likely going to be a baby boom. Also a boom in marriages and divorces, because what happens is when you listen to your heart, sometimes that seeks you to have more intimate connections, but sometimes you realize that people in your life are no longer nurturing you or nourishing you. So there's this emphasis on what is nourishing you, what is nurturing you. So pay attention to that all throughout the year about whether or not someone or something is still nourishing for you. Now, let's look at the numbers, the digits of this year, because that's also quite spectacular. So 2022, so 3 of those 4 numbers are the number 2. Now, whereas the 1 is about the self and the individual, the 2 is about other people and relationships. So both the 2 and the 6s are relationship oriented, love oriented. So you see there's a theme with that. So it's really remarkable to have that in general. How often does that happen? 1999 was the last time we had the 3 of the 4 numbers being the same. So let's all party like it's 1999, right? So we have this multiplicity of 2s with the 0. Now the 0 magnifies the energy of the 2. The 0 represents wholeness and completion and universality. So there's a sense of seeking cooperation, seeking harmony. So this is already so lovely because we've had so much strife. So after the 5 is very dramatic and it's change oriented. So last year, 2021, was a 5 year. So the 6 always comes to restore balance. And so does the 2. The 2 is always seeking cooperation and community and harmony. So we have these harmony seeking energies, which is exactly what the world needs right now. We need more love. We need more cooperation. And what this is telling us is that there'll be a drive to have more of that. Let's look at some of these amazing astrological events that we have. So first of all, the United States is having its first Pluto return. So what does that mean? The United States has a birth chart. Every country has a birth chart. And so ours was in 1776, right? So Pluto is a planet that takes 284 to 286 years approximately to come around to where it was at the time of your birth chart. So we don't experience that as humans in our lifetimes, right? We do have Saturn return, which you may be familiar with, and if you understand the import of having a planet return to where it was when you're born, it really accentuates those lessons. So when Pluto comes around to the birth chart of a nation, in this case the United States, it accentuates the lessons that Pluto is teaching. Now, Pluto is the lord of the underworld. This is not an easy planet. Pluto governs death, destruction, transformation, and rebirth. It's not just destruction for destruction's sake. It's destruction, it's the tearing down process in order to rebuild with more truth and integrity. So, Pluto has been in Capricorn, the sign that governs governments, economies, financial structures, business, and really tradition. But that can also, the shadow element of that can be patriarchy. So Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. And really that began this sense of uncovering all over the world. And by the way, the United States Pluto return is going to affect everyone in the world because, let's face it, the United States has an impact. So Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2008. And since that time, he's been exposing power, corruption, and systemic racism and sexism, abuses of power of all kind. That's what Pluto's been doing since 2008, is uncovering these things that have always been there. It's not like this is anything new, but things are coming to light now in order to heal them. So it's it can be somewhat of a traumatic process when Pluto is uncovering these things or breaking down these things, but it's in order to heal it. So we've been seeing the breaking down of our economy, really, and our structures and our systems. So this is all really coming to a head right now on, listen to this, February 20th, 2022. Look at that date. That's 2/20/2022. Remember we were talking about all those twos earlier? So that's the date of the first exact when Pluto comes back to where it was in the United States birth chart. 2/20/2022. Now, 2 days after that, then Neptune is moving into 22 degrees Pisces, which is opposing the United States Neptune in Virgo at 22 degrees. Now, 5 days after that, Neptune moves into 22 degrees and 22 minutes. So look at that date also, February 22nd, 2022. 2/22/2022. Are you seeing a pattern here? So we have a lot of this 2 and 22 energy all throughout the year. So the 2 is teaching us how to find cooperation within division. And the 22 is known as the master builder. And the master builder is always about building foundations that help generations to come, that help future generations, that are long lasting. So it's an amazing map that the universe is giving us right now. So as things are breaking down, and we will see breakdowns in our economy, probably the petrodollar, and how we spend money and how we govern in the United States is really breaking down right now in order to be rebuilt. So this process is teaching us how to cooperate, that we need to work together, that we need to be together, that we need each other, that we're not us and them. This is teaching us that we need to rebuild our world through cooperation and in ways that benefit everyone equally, that benefit the greater good. That is what this is all teaching us. And we have this other aspect that's happening this year that's also teaching us that. So first of all, Jupiter is moving into Pisces late December of 2021. We'll be there through May, and then again at the end of this year as well. Jupiter's going Pisces, Aries, Pisces throughout the year. But from December through May of 2022, we have Jupiter in Pisces while this is happening. And Jupiter expands everything it touches. And Pisces is the sign that teaches us that we're all one, that we're all connected. And Jupiter in Pisces is expanding that awareness. Now, Pisces has two planetary co-rulers. One is Jupiter and one is Neptune. And for the first time since 1856, Jupiter and Neptune are having an exact conjunction in Pisces. That has not happened since 1856. Now this is also this beautiful, again, these outer planets, this doesn't just happen once and then it's over. These are era-defining changes. These are era-defining shifts that will change the way we live. So Jupiter and Neptune joining together in their home sign of Pisces brings so much connection between us. It brings so much compassion and love. It is a heart-opening energy. Pisces governs healing. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, which reminds us that we're all connected to each other and to the divine. So we're going to see an increase in compassion, in the healing arts, in healing through the subconscious mind, and healing these deep karmic patterns that are keeping us divided, that are keeping you from limiting your sense of love in the world. So there will be an expansion of healing and creative energy and intuitive arts and the imagination and a sense of hope as well. Now, of course, there is a shadow side to everything because this Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces can lead to more sense of delusion. We already have people who are in two different realities. So there will be more people wanting to escape reality. There will be more delusion. There will be more people waking up from their delusions and feeling disillusioned. But Neptune tends to dissolve things. So whereas Pluto is tearing down things, Neptune is dissolving things. We're also going to see most likely some really extreme weather patterns. And water can take many forms. Water's hurricanes or blizzards or floods or tsunamis. There will be a lot of really erratic weather. And that may be some of what brings us all together. Sometimes it is these group tragedies that make us realize that we need to help each other and we're all connected, because nature doesn't care what your political affiliation is. Nature doesn't care. So we will have extreme weather. We will have more people wanting to escape reality, but we will also have more people joining in their hearts. And so that is the dynamic that's happening this year. 1856, when these two planets, these co-rulers of Pisces, joined forces before. Now, Pisces is mutable water. We did have the great floods of Europe those years as well. So again, bring your umbrella, but there's going to be a lot of beauty that comes out of this as well. So you can see the themes of the year are all about love and beauty and harmony among this sense of division and polarity. So there are definitely challenges because you will have more responsibility and things are going to be changing in the world. Yet there's a lot of love here. So I want to help you navigate this. So here's 3 things that I really suggest that you do throughout the year and keep in your mind and your heart throughout the year so that you can navigate these spiritual waters with grace and really ride these waves of joy. So the first thing to do, remember, these are all throughout the year. So your first thing to remember is to listen to your heart when you're making decisions. So this is a year of big choices. You will have a lot of choices to make. The 6 always guarantees that. And especially since you're going to have more responsibility, you're going to have to choose what's really important to you. And as you are choosing, it's essential that you're listening to your heart and not your mind and not other people when you're making these decisions. Your heart is going to lead you in a road less traveled. This is really about taking a different path, taking a path of joy rather than what you've always done, which can seem very contrary when you have more people counting on you. It can feel very selfish to listen to what's right for you, but it's also really paramount that you do, because that's the only way that you're going to make the wise decisions. Which brings us to the second action step, is to make your happiness a priority. As you are tuning into your heart to make your decisions, you have to think, what will make me happy? It will be so tempting to think about everybody else's demands on you. But I hope that you remember that your happiness is essential for your loved ones to be happy. Your well-being is a priority for your loved ones' well-being. Please remember that throughout the year, that your happiness is what is the most important thing. You are going to have so many people tell you that they need you and that you will want to be a martyr for them. That's one of the lessons of the 6 as well. It teaches you not to be a martyr. So you have to remember, okay, please make your happiness a priority. Which brings us to action step number 3. Receive support. Allow yourself to be supported. It's so important that you let people help you, that you delegate responsibility. Here's one of the lessons that the 6 brings as well. There's that sense that I'm the only one who can do things right. I'm the only one who's good at this. I'm the only one that can take care of this. Does this sound familiar to you? Well, that's one of the major lessons of the year, is that you have to learn that just because you can do everything yourself, and you may even do it better than everybody else, it doesn't mean you should or can. So you have to let people in. You have to let people help you. You have to delegate responsibility, okay? You must create healthy boundaries. Do you see how this is all coming together like this? How this theme is pervading throughout the year? So I hope that you remember this. Now, there are so many spiritual lessons and emotional nuances of the year, and I want you to be prepared. I've created a Divining 2022 forecast that covers everything, all your opportunity periods, all your challenging periods, the cosmic storms and the cosmic sunny days, because you're going to need that to have divine timing. Every single planet is retrograde this year, and the timing of those is very specific, and it can mean the difference between success and really intense challenges. And there's also a host of spiritual lessons. So in my Divining 2022 forecast, I provide you with the spiritual and emotional and strategic tools you need to really navigate this year for success and to avoid challenges. This small investment can save you a lot of time, money, and energy in the long run. You can find that using the link below, carriesamuels.com/Divining 2022. And I know that this is going to help you. So I really hope you take advantage of it. Once again, it is a very small investment that can save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So this is quite a year that we have coming up, and I'm honored to be on this journey with you. I know that there is so much love ahead for you and so much joy. So I'm wishing you the most incredible, joyful, magical 2022 and beyond. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you share it with your friends, and I have so much more to share with you. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and if you're here on YouTube, hit that bell to be notified for when I come out with a new video. I'm going to be sharing a lot with you this year about intuition, energy management, empath empowerment, spirit guides, and of course, astrology and numerology. So I'm wishing you an incredible year. I love you so much. Bye for now.